Today is Monday, July 15th, and welcome back to another segment of Brian Reads the News. This is where I take a news article I find online, take it from my mouth to your ears to let you know what's going on in the world today. Let's take a look. Here it is. This news article comes from abcnewsgo.com. It says here, Trump shooting live updates. Building where gunman was found was officer staging area. One spectator was killed and 2 were hurt in Saturday's shooting. So this article is by Ivan Pereira, Mark Osborne, Kevin Shalvey, and Emily Shapiro, and Leah Sarnoff. So they've all written on this article. It says here, federal authorities are investigating after former President Donald Trump was shot in the ear in an assassination attempt at an election rally in Butler, Pennsylvania on Saturday. Blood splattered on Trump's face as Secret Service agents surrounded him and led him off the stage to a waiting vehicle to whisk him away. Trump is fine, a spokesperson said. The alleged shooter was killed by snipers. 1 spectator was killed and 2 were hurt, officials said. So they include a little slideshow here. It says Trump rally shooting slideshow. There he is with his hand raised in front of the crowd. When they raise the flag there, looks like behind the podium, Trump 2024, a sign back there. They show some sort of Donald Trump on stage as gunshots are fired at his campaign rally. So you can see the bullet whiz by him there. And there he goes and grabs his ear. It says Trump reacts in multiple gunshots. Here comes the Secret Service agents. They dogpile on him. They all cover him up. There he is, down on his knees on the ground. They got him up to his feet there. So I haven't seen a lot of these photos, but looks like they have all these photos of the action. Someone was busy snapping away. Kind of interesting to see these different angles. And there he is pumping his fist at the crowd. And there he is with his raised fist with the flag behind him. And leading him down the stairs off the podium. It looks like that's where the sniper, believed to be the suspect. Yeah, the gunman was up there. And there's shots of the crowd. And there's the snipers, yeah, shown on the roof. So the snipers that got the gunman. Looks like there's reporters on the ground in her American flag boots. Those are cool. There he is in the motorcade off to the car to keep him safe. More fist pumping, a little bloody ear. And the aftermath, the hugs. And the flag waving as things are cleared out there. And some law enforcement officers. And there it is in front of Trump Tower, more officers. And people's reaction looking at the screens of it all. The article goes on to say what we know about the shooting. The federal investigation into the attempted assassination of former President Donald Trump is focused on the suspected gunman's motives for the crime and whether he was aided by others. Has a little article here. You can read more on that. The article we were reading goes on to say Secret Service protection increased for Trump, adjusted for Biden. Article says here, Secret Service protection has been increased for former President Donald Trump. Homeland Security Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas said the enhancement is, quote, based on the evolving nature of threats to the former president and his imminent shift from presumptive nominee to nominee. Mayorkas said this includes enhancements related to securing the former president during the Republican National Convention this week. I cannot discuss specifics as they involve sensitive tactics and procedures. I can say, however, that personnel and other protective resources, technology, and capabilities have been added. Adjustments have also been made to President Joe Biden and Vice President Kamala Harris's protective details, Mayorkas said. The article goes on to say Mayorkas announces independent review. It says here, Homeland Security Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas announced an independent review of the shooting and said it will be launched in days. Quote, "We are indeed in the process of selecting who will lead the independent review. The findings indeed will be made public," he said. "It is very important that we achieve transparency so that the American people have confidence in the work of the review and its findings and recommendations. And we need to move with swiftness and urgency because this is a security imperative." Mayorkas said he was committed to going externally of the government so that no question of its independence can be raised. The article goes on to say that RFK Jr. to get Secret Service protection. It says here, under direction from President Joe Biden, Secret Service protection will be coordinated for presidential candidate Robert F. Kennedy Jr., according to Homeland Security Alejandro Mayorkas. Quote, "In light of this weekend's events, the president has directed me to work with the Secret Service to provide protection to Robert Kennedy Jr., Mayorkas told reporters at Monday's White House briefing. Secret Service protection has also been increased for former President Donald Trump," Mayorkas said. The article goes on to say that FBI gained access to shooter's phone, finished searching his home and car. The FBI said it's gained access to suspected gunman Thomas Matthew Crook's phone, and investigators are continuing to analyze his electronic devices. Searches of Crook's home and car are complete, the FBI said. The FBI said it's continuing to investigate the shooting as an assassination attempt on former President Donald Trump and his potential domestic terrorism. Nearly 100 law enforcement officers, attendees, and other witnesses have been interviewed, the FBI said. That work continues, the FBI added. The article goes on to say before shooting, Crooks told his dad he was going to gun range. Source. The article says, on the day of the shooting, the 20-year-old suspected gunman Thomas Matthew Crooks told his father that he wanted to go to the gun range, so his dad let him use his AR-15 style rifle, according to a source familiar with the matter. Crooks would occasionally go to target shooting and use his father's gun, the source told ABC News. Since this wasn't an unusual occurrence, the father didn't think anything of it at the time, the source said. Crooks recently purchased ammunition both online and in person. The article goes on to say that Secret Service directed to address House Oversight Committee on July 22nd. It says here, Secret Service Director Kim Cheadle will address the GOP-led House Committee on Oversight and Accountability on 10 a.m. on Monday, July 22nd. Quote, "The United States Secret Service has a no-fail mission, yet it failed on Saturday," Committee Chairman James Comer, our Republican from Kentucky, said in a statement Monday. Americans demand answers from Director Kimberly Cheadle about these security lapses and how we can prevent this from happening again, he said. The article goes on to say the building where gunman was found was officer's staging area. The article says here, the building where gunman Thomas Crooks scrambled onto the roof and opened fire was the staging area for local police tactical team doing overwatch of the crowd, 2 law enforcement officers told ABC News. Sources previously told ABC News that the building had been swept, but investigators are trying to determine whether roof access had been properly locked down. The gunman gained roof access without a ladder, according to a source briefed on the preliminary findings. The article goes on to say that police looked towards the roof a full minute before shots fired, video shows. The article says here, a new video licensed by ABC News shows police investigating near the building where the gunman was perched on the roof a full minute before shots rang out. In one video, approximately 6:10 p.m. and 26 seconds, police look onto the roof as a man in white shorts points towards the building. So there's a lot more information on all this in this article. It goes on and on and on. But I think I'm going to end it here. If you want to check this out, abcnews.go.com to check things out. You can read it in more detail. All the stuff, all the headlines that I read, you can click more, show more, and it gives more information about the the articles that I read off. So there's far more to read on all this. If you're interested, again, abc.go.com to get that information on this article. Thanks again for watching this one, another segment of Brian Reads the News. Please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and ring that notification bell. We'll talk to you on the next one. Bye.